Intuitively, I think it's Saturday, so I won't bother going to work.
Intuitively, don't fancy working today.
Do you know when you do that? Oh, it feels like a Saturday, but it's only a Wednesday. But it feels like a Saturday. Well, let it be Saturday then.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
One of our favourite topics. In it, Mike.
In it, mate. In it, don't. In it, go.
I let you step mine.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Intuitive eating.
Not the last time when I had to get my hand down the toilet.
Oh, yeah. Well, you intuitively put your hand down the toilet.
Yeah, intuitive eating, eh? All the rage. Can't be bothered with all that calorie count. Too much effort. Too much effort.
Sounds too much like a diet to me.
Oh, it's too much effort.
It's too much like a diet.
Probably got an eating problem, haven't you? Because you're just logging your food. No, you're the one with the eating problem. You're 5 stone overweight because you're intuitively eating. It's like you wouldn't do that with anything else, would you? Intuitively, you know, spend money. Intuitively, it's about 5 of that.
Yeah.
You'd end up in debt because our intuition is serving us fucking excellent, isn't it? UK, fattest country in Europe. Brilliant. That's all from intuitive eating, because not many people, let's be honest, outside the fitness industry track their food, and they're eating intuitively.
Yeah.
Because intuitively, all the foods now are fucking very, very high calorie, and they taste fucking excellent.
Food intuitively tastes incredible.
Of course it does.
Funny that.
Of course it does, because they want to fucking sell it, and you're gonna eat it. Intuitively, I fancy that KFC. Do you know what? I do, yeah. I'm going to listen to that intuition. It's serving me fucking brilliant.
And also, it's buy one get one free, so intuitively, that's a good deal.
You might as well do it. So saving money as well.
I'm intuitively saving money.
And we are driven as humans to consume higher calorie foods because to stay alive from a physiological point of view. So intuitively, we do opt towards higher calorie foods because they light up the reward centers of the brain. So higher fat and higher sugar foods will give us more pleasure. So intuitively, we will head towards those. Intuitively, I think I want the cheesecake over the broccoli. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, intuitively, alcoholics want more alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, intuitively, it's probably the best thing to do. You know, people follow their intuition. That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Can't be a bad thing, can it? I mean, who wants rules? Who wants to follow laws and rules?
Intuitively, I want to have sex with that beautiful lady over there and not my wife.
All right, Harvey Weinstein.
And now I'm on a rape charge.
Yeah.
So, is that what you're condoning, intuitive eaters? Is it rape? You're condoning rape. Jimmy Savile intuitively liked to touch children, but we're not a big fan of him now, are we? Jim will not fix it. Good tracksuits him. Never knew when he would need to run away, I reckon.
Yeah.
And all this listening to your hunger signals doesn't really work because we tell them to fuck off, don't we? Like, how many times have you been in a restaurant and you go, I'm full? What, dessert? Oh yeah,
separate stomach for that.
I've got room for that.
Yeah,
pudding belly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But it's like the intuitive eaters are going like, yeah, but you just need to listen to hunger. But that's what the nation is doing.
That's what Susan's doing. Susan's already doing that.
They're fucking massive.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, we've got such accessible high-calorie food. Like, Susan can put her fucking feet up on the sofa, cankles in the air, stick Love Island on, order a pizza without even fucking moving, have it brought to the fucking door now. The only thing she needs to move is a chubby little finger. Intuitively, I think it's Saturday, so I won't bother going to work.
Intuitively, don't fancy working today.
Do you know when you do that? Oh, it feels like a Saturday, but it's only a Wednesday. But it feels like a Saturday. Well, let it be Saturday then. Brilliant.
If it feels like a Saturday, it probably is.
The old intuition there, again, brilliant. Intuitively, it feels like a Saturday.
You wouldn't get fired for that, would you?
Nah.
You wouldn't get fired for not rocking up to work. Sorry, boss, thought it was a Saturday. Oh, why, do you not look at your calendar? No, I just felt like it was Saturday.
Do you know when it feels like a Saturday? I do, actually, yeah. Oh, fair enough. I'll see you Monday.
Is that in 2 days or is that in 4 days? I can't remember. Which one is it?
Hang on. How about we just have a guess at what we've eaten? I'm going to guess that I've eaten fuck all so far. So, well done, mate. You deserve some more.
I reckon there's only about 2 calories in a hobnob.
Oh, something like that.
I just listen to my hunger signals, and all I know is those 2 pints of hobnobs, they didn't hit the spot.
I am hungry. So now you're intuitively eating, you're intuitively getting no results, and intuitively buying bigger clothes. So intuitively, well done.
Imagine if intuitively just got results Well, I'd have a six-pack. I'd be shredded now.
Exactly, yeah.
You'd be shredded.
You need to have that basic understanding of fucking calories for it to work. Then you're not intuitively eating, because in there you know what's going on. You can tot it up. Like, that's not intuition. You'll go, well, there's about 400 calories in that. And then there's about 400 calories in that. There's about 500 in that. There's about 600 in that. That's probably me for the day. Because you fucking know how many calories are in it. That's why you're still doing it. You're still counting it, and just less accurately.
Oh, just this intuitive eating. I've never felt so good.
I know, yeah. You're getting plenty of calories.
Yeah. Full of energy. I wake up, just bounce out of bed.
Yeah, brilliant.
You roll out of bed, but then you bounce. I just bounce out of bed.
Yes.
And I'm full of energy.
People are so against calories and tracking calories. Oh, it's too much. Yeah, but you watch
No, you're
everything
eating
else.
too much.
Yeah, you watch everything else. You watch how much you drink, otherwise you'd be an alcoholic. You watch how much you spend, otherwise you'd be in debt. You watch how fast you drive, otherwise you get done for speeding. So if you're watching all of these other things because you've got to, why not just watch what you eat? Nah, it's too much. Do you know why they don't want to watch what they eat? Because they're fucking greedy, because they want to use it as an excuse to go, I want that, but I don't want to track it, so it's almost like it never existed.
Never happened.
So the next challenge is a taste test. Not quite as repulsive as the other ones that you've seen, but we'll see if Dan can get these right. Do you want to leave?
Yep.
You stood there fucking watching. You're probably going to get it right, mate, aren't you, if you watch me fucking pour them. Moron. Start off with this one. Okay, so Dan, come back in, please. We're going to start off. There you go. Any guesses, or do you want to wait until you've heard the others?
I'm going to have to wait, I think, yeah.
Okay, so number 2.
That's definitely Diet Coke.
Yeah. Okay,
Definitely.
Diet Coke. Number 3.
I think that's real Coke.
Final answer.
No, I'm going to wait.
And lastly, number 4. So, number 1.
Pepsi Max.
They can't fucking see it.
I just said it in the order that I had it.
What did...
Look in the order that I had it.
He's pointing to it. It's behind the fucking screen. The camera's there.
Pepsi Max.
Useless.
Pepsi Max, number 1.
Right, so number 1. Is it right? Yes, it's right.
Fucking hell.
Look, you are...
agitated, don't you?
Well, because it's like working with fucking one of the Chuckle Brothers.
I bet they knew, though, what I was on about. So then that one, the one that was number 3.
So number 2, you've already guessed at Diet Coke, yeah? So Diet Coke was correct.
Number 3 is normal.
Full fat. Full fat!
Full fat.
There's no fat in it, mate. So...
And that's the last one, Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Easy.
100%. We are on the easy level. So.
Look how rate he gets.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
So number 1.
Okay, Diet Coke.
Correct.
Nice. Easy that one, isn't it, Diet Coke?
It's a bit easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Number 2.
Okay. I'm going to wait on that.
Number 3.
Pepsi Max.
Yes. Correct. Last one.
I'm confident in those. It's a Coke Zero and the normal Coke that I'm bothered about. That's normal Coke. That's Coke. And that's Coke Zero.
Correct.
Yeah, you can taste the fucking sugar in that.
Can't you?
Okay, so round number 2, and we've got some Orangina, we've got Fanta Zero, and we've also got an Asda Orange Crush. Now this is going to be very fucking hard because you don't drink any of these. First one, obviously that. Second one is that. Third one is that. Dan, if you would like to come back in, please. So, we will go with number 1. You're going to need time.
Yeah.
You're going to need time, yeah. For number 2.
I think that was... could have been Fanta.
But this could have been Fanta.
I think that one's the cheaper one.
Okay.
Just because it's fizzier.
And number 3.
Number 1, Fanta.
Number 1, Fanta. Correct.
Number 2, the Asda.
Number 2, Asda, correct.
3, Orangina.
Nailed it. Another 100%. Fuck.
First one.
Okay. I'm not very good at orange. I don't drink a lot of orange.
Second one.
I hope I recognise these. Okay. I think that's Orangina, but I'm going to wait.
Last one.
Okay. I'm confident on this. Number 2 is Orangina.
Number 2 is Orangina.
And then, yeah, the first one was the cheapo, the Asda.
Asda.
And the third one is the Fanta.
Correct.
Oh.
100%.
Okay, so expert level. Water. See if we can tell the difference between the expensive stuff and the cheap shit. Dan, get the fuck out. Okay, so this is going in. And we're going to stick that one there. Next one is there. There. This is fucking ninja level, mate. Number 1. How sophisticated is his palate? It's going to be hard after the orange as well and the Coke.
Yeah.
Any inkling?
No.
No.
You've got to try the others first.
It's just water, innit? It's just fucking water,
yeah,
mate.
you've got to try the others.
Number 2.
It's just fucking water.
It's just fucking water. And number 3. You can't taste the glacier water, the organically filtered through fucking rocks of a Buddha's garden, no? Fucking hell, mate, what are you, a fucking camel?
Okay, number 1.
Number 1,
Asda.
it is in fact Evian.
Oh.
Incorrect.
Number 2, Volvic.
It's actually Asda, so he's got them all wrong. He's got them all wrong. He's fucking useless.
Yeah.
He doesn't know his waters. And he calls himself a nutritionist, so...
First one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, water, yeah. See how good my palate is.
Number 2.
Bearing in mind that you got them all wrong.
Last one.
That's seriously gone down the wrong hole, that. Well, that's got good legs on it. So that is an upper market. That is an upper market one, that one. I am going to go number 1, Asda.
Number 1 is Asda.
Boom! I've already beat you. Number 2 is Volvic.
Number 2 is Volvic.
Yes! And number 3 is Evian.
Good guessing, mate.
No, mate, I've just got a palate on me.
Did you intuitively press the button?
Fuck knows. I was
Well,
mindful.
I want it to be recording, so...
I was mindful doing it.
It's probably recording because we want it to be.
Just have a guess.
Yeah, it's
Probably fine.
Probably fine.
I suppose intuitive eating, like obviously we've ripped into it because for the ordinary general population, it's not going to happen. It's
a ridiculous concept.
Because that's what they're doing currently, and yet we're fatter than ever. So you've got to have some concept behind it and be experienced at tracking calories. If you're able to intuitively eat, mindfully eat, then that's fucking great. And that's probably the long-term goal for most of us, is that when you work with a client, right? I know I try to obviously get them into tracking macros and things like that, seeing what's in foods, learning about things, and then in the long term it's like, right, okay, we can take a step back and then start to live somewhat of a normal life, because not everybody's going to want to weigh out their food forever. They're not going to want to track it in an app forever. Like, there's got to be a certain point where you think, right, do you know what, I am going to go out this weekend, so maybe Monday to Thursday I just lower my carbs on my fats, go a little bit leaner, eat a little bit less, and that in itself is intuitive, but you would need to know about calories to be able to make that decision.
Yeah, the education behind it is the fundamental aspect of intuitive eating. You cannot just go out and intuitively eat. Like, we could do it now because we understand the concepts of how weight fluctuations for one. So our weight's going to fluctuate, but we know what factors and variables influence that, so then we don't make any rash decisions. We also know how to then obviously lower calories before we go out on a weekend and enjoy some food, etc., etc. And these are all the things that you would teach a client, so that when a client leaves you, they can go, oh, actually, I know how to roughly eat, I know how much protein's in this amount of serving, and I know how many servings I should have a day, and I know roughly how many calories I should be eating.
It's just generally because most people don't know about calories, because there is so much shit in the media of it's sugar, it's gluten, it's this, it's that, you know, it's fat or whatever. So people will see a calorie label, and like things like places like Starbucks and McDonald's are labeling their calories, but it doesn't mean anything to anybody, like, because they don't know. It's 400 calories a lot? I don't know, in comparison to what? If you've never tracked it and never seen how much it takes to maintain your weight, to lose weight, to gain weight, then you've got no concept or understanding of 400 calories. It's like not knowing what your bank balance is and going in and buying, like, going into a shop where all of the products have got no labels. Like, you don't know. Like, you could pick anything. You might end up in your overdraft, you might not.
Unfortunately, intuitive eating is this new thing people have cottoned onto, and unfortunately, a lot of people can go through a year-long education of this sort of stuff and even still be some way off. There's still some degree of inaccuracy with even just guessing, that you need to then sometimes go back and re-educate yourselves about these things. Like, we'll do it. We'll spend months intuitively eating, but then we'll have to go, actually, I need to rein things in a little bit now. I'm going to actually start tracking again and just find out exactly where I am and not, oh, look, I was a little bit off. I need to go back to maybe tracking for a few weeks.
And then in terms of mindfully eating, there is research out there. So what we mean by mindfully eating is involving certain habits into your eating pattern to just be aware of the foods that you're eating. So, for example, there are studies that if you have a set meal time where you sit down at a table, you tend to eat less than, say, if you're in front of a TV. And again, similar sorts of things with like plate sizing. People tend to eat less when there's smaller plates, again, smaller cutlery. So all of these things, there is research behind that. So being mindful with, like, you know, actually sitting down, enjoying a meal, rather than busy doing something, picking at bits of food, there is research in that. But then on the flip side of that, you hear a lot of people saying, just eat to satiety, just eat to hunger. But nobody fucking knows how to do that, because that's what people are doing currently, and people are overweight. And how many times have you been sat in a restaurant and go, I'm stuffed? Dessert menu? Yeah, go on then.
There's a separate stomach for that.
So it's like, you know, like, are you hungry? Are you not hungry? Like, people don't know these signals. And I know that if I ate to hunger or satiety, I would get so fucking fat, because I don't get full. I don't get satiated. Shout out to Stephanie Buttermore, but she does something every few months or wherever where she eats to satiety, and she's, you know, a 50 odd kilo female, and she will just go and spend a day. She won't track food until afterwards. She won't worry, and she will just eat what she wants to satiety. And every time she's done it, she's done it 5 times now, she's fallen between 9 and 10,000. And that's just a 55 kilo female is eating to her hunger. She's eating between 9 and 10,000. So that's where the problem comes. Like, you can't do that, because you're just going to get overweight. So at certain points, you do have to realise that, actually, I can't just keep eating. You've got to have some level of restriction there.
Intuitive eating, probably not for everyone.
Definitely not for everyone.
Because most people are trying it and
exactly
kind of messing it up a little bit.
Yeah, intuitively, I want to eat fucking pizza and cheesecake. Like,
all the time.
That's what my intuition is telling me.
Yeah.
And again, like I mentioned earlier, like, we are intuitively designed to opt for higher calorie foods. That's why we have reward signalling from high fat, high sugar foods, because it's higher calorie, which is going to sustain us, because essentially we are cavemen, right? And we didn't have access to all this food. So that's why we seek out higher calorie foods, to sustain life, to preserve, to survive. Yeah. But we don't have that issue now. We're not fucking going 2 weeks without a fucking wild boar. Like, we go to fucking Tesco's every day. Like, we've got food at our fingertips. We've got Domino's on an app. Like, it's not like that.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Yeah. Drop a comment below. Let us know your thoughts on intuitive eating. Is it a good idea?
Also, share, subscribe, make sure that you're watching every week. Exciting things to come.
Ooh, the food challenges start soon, boy.
You're intuitively going to see some shit go down.
Yeah. And you're going to intuitively see someone who can't eat, sat alongside someone who can intuitively eat an elephant. It's going to be fun.
Bye, guys.